Hello everybody, welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. Excuse me. For today we are going to be playing through Rogue 3, a unusual sci-fi adventure by Bitman. Oh no, I can't talk today. Without a doubt, the most notable thing about this one is the graphics, as you can see by this bizarre combination sunrise/night sky. This game has some neat visuals to it. I remember quite enjoying it as a kid, but this is from 2002, so I would have been like 14 years old. No promises if this holds up whatsoever. It did win a Mad Tom's pick at the time, so it is an award-winning title. And I'm just hoping that it's something fun to run through and we'll get some cool scenery to look at. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure, that this is going to be one of those games that's going to end on a big cliffhanger for Rogue 4, 5, 6, and so on, I'm sure. Which never happened. So this is all we're going to get. Hopefully it's something worthwhile. And the title screen's nice enough. Lovely little sign in the credits. And some surprisingly detailed credits. Laurie for composing the music. Kev for the very cool riff for the City of the Ancients. A couple of beta testers. A couple of gamma testers. Ryan for undergoing gamma radiation testing, which helped this game in some sort of way, I think. Good joke. Direct credits for the toolkits, that's not something you see very often. Kev Vance, thanks to myself, Bitman here. And this is actually kind of interesting, I noticed this. Apparently he wrote his own little editor for ZZT Oop with things like word wrap and syntax highlighting and things. So I took a minute to actually look into this, because all we have to this person is 2 games, not any neat editor of any sorts. But it sounds like what he actually ended up doing was got all of that stuff integrated into KevEdit. So I believe that that means that the code editor in that program is just by Bitman. Which is probably why that name sounds familiar, actually. And plugs for KevEdit. A web page which is actually on archive.org, which is how I learned about the KevEdit integration. Historical note. Rogue 3 began mid-2000, a short time before Kev Vance made the first release of KevEdit. Ever since I first became a developer on that project, this game has been my main inspiration in adding new features to KevEdit. A good share of the game was not created using many of the most recent features of KevEdit simply because the vast amount of effort required to build them manually led to the creation of tools to make the job easier in the future. He's really making this sound like this is going to be some incredible high-end game, and it's a good game, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as wild as it seems to require, like, tools to be built for it. Hope you enjoy this game that was made twice. Once in the game itself, the second in the tools that will make my next game easier. Now hit enter and play my game. Get our story here. He's a bit terse about it. Those who are accustomed to some sort of background story which explains the setting, characters, and objective, I must humbly apologize. You'll find no such thing in this game. The story shall be revealed to you as the game progresses. Playing this game, you'll assume the role of 3 different characters, sometimes all at once, sometimes as pairs, and occasionally as individuals. Objects may react differently to each character, so enjoy the variety of interaction you will encounter. Also be aware that there will be at least one random shift in the plot somewhere in the game, of which you will be forewarned. Guest stock hints are available during gameplay by pressing H. This ZZT under thing is not the case. Or at least I don't think it is. This does come with a help file, but... Oh, actually... No, it's just called game.hlp. We'll press H and see what happens. I think it is actually going to be nothing. ZZT under was a kind of front-end thing for the ZZT under Windows that just Had like a little installer and it would install ZZT and KevEdit and a bunch of stuff for you. I think it like added file associations for ZZT files and things. Probably .sav, which is always a mess also if you do that. Incidentally, there's no game by the name of Rogue 1 or Rogue 2. Don't bother to look for either in the Z archive. Neither is this game related to the Dungeons and Dragons type game named Rogue. That's fun. You can't call it a roguelike, so it's a Dungeons and Dragons like. You are playing Rogue 3, and that is final. So we're in for it. And this menu shaped vaguely like a house? For some reason? Ah, okay. Lance awakes after a long rest. Never mind, now it all makes sense. Lance eyes the pile of scrolls at the table's edge. This village's most literate citizen. Oh boy. All legal papers are handled by Lance. He takes in a deep sigh and flexes a sore wrist, having worked very hard before going to bed. Lance turns away from the papers and tries to think of more enjoyable things. Perhaps he will see Thray soon. And we've got some water. Yes, water and paperwork. That's our house. And a bed. A really ugly bed, actually. Outside, a little less ugly. With that fun sunrise slash night sky. Advanced village scribe. Sign Man. Sign indicates that this is the village library. People of Eld Village prize the ancient text housed by these walls. No one seems to understand most of what they contain, and few know the context under which they were written. Our classic Lost Civilization game, I suppose. The home of Thray, a friend to Lance throughout his childhood. They would often together explore places where other children would not dare to go, venturing into the dark land, but beyond the Lumidome's soft glow, with only lantern light to guide them. Lance has many fond memories of such time spent with Thray. We go in. We can't. She's sleeping. We're going to bother this lady. Hello. Oh, we're not going to bother her. She too has water. We have so much in common. Code red bed? Maybe. Why does everybody have, like, green pillows? That's the lore I'm looking for here. Storehouse. Oh, wow. Not only can we not try and go in, we are actively pushed away for doing so. Stables. Horses live here! This does not want to go riding. Neighbors. I guess that's it. I mean, there's the library and the people. What do they got? Alastair the Wise. Hello, Lance. I trust you slept well. Yeah. Then we get a little flirtatious here. Smiling and sighing softly. Eyebrow raise. Listen, Lance. I have something very important I need you to do. I believe that Rogue 3 is in danger. Danger? Surely you have seen the North Star. Its approach becomes more apparent with each passing hour. How can I miss it? The world has always been dark. There are legends of a time before the Great Distortion, but I never believed them until now. Simply looking at the colors of the northern sky, I would say that another distortion is coming. But I know better than to make such a judgment. I'm afraid that your fears are not unfounded. An ancient legend speaks of a star in the north sky whose light will someday illuminate Rogue 3. It is said that this star will envelope our world unless we are prepared for it. I never imagined it would come in my lifetime, though. I am old, and I will not live to see this planet's new sun rise. You must make sure that it rises, as did the old sun so long ago. I think I understand, but what can I possibly do? What you ask is impossible. If it were impossible, I would not ask it of you. You must make a long and difficult journey. First, I want you to bring me a book from the library. The book calls Rogue 3 Project. Okay. Named for our fair world, I presume? I'm surprised I never noticed the book before. It's been kept hidden, stored in a box at the back of the hut. I had hoped I would never need it. Find it quickly. So the sun rising seems to be a good thing, unless it ends up being a bad thing. Or doesn't happen, even though we've been living in darkness just fine forever. So I'm not sure what our threat here is exactly. This isn't like a fear of the planet going dark, and it's not a fear of the planet becoming light either. Hello, Lance. Hi, Darren. I could just lie here forever, watching the water flow by in the light of the North Star. It's almost mystical. I know. Times are changing because of that star. Rogue 3 will never be the same. I want to say never. Well, I hope it will never be the same again. Even having spent my entire life in the great darkness, it never felt right. Something was always missing in life, but now I feel satisfied. It's when the sun comes out for the first time in the spring. I'll drink to that. Darren dips his hand into the cold river, retrieving a sparkling handful of the crystal clear liquid. Putting his lips to his cupped hands, Darren quaffs the small giver of life as a small stream pours out of his hands onto the soft green grass. Some elaborate writing. And his bucket. Somebody is desperately trying to start a car outside. This library also has somebody living in it. Meanwhile, Lance searches through the ancient text. Oh, no, this is a shift in perspective. Okay. Ray slowly opens her eyes and yawns at her empty hut. She sits up in bed and stretches, putting aside the dream world in favor of reality. As the sleep lingers, she passively wonders where Lance might be just now. Okay, I am now Thray. I need water. The car started, everybody. They did it. Well, I guess if we're the same character, or if we're not the same character. Okay, Alistair immediately points us to Lance, because he knows. I have a feeling that we're going to get in here eventually, which is why it's shoving us away, because it really doesn't want us to go in that passage. And this dude... Okay. Same old, same old. There's no time to read. Thray is thirsty. Okay. Dang, we actually have to fill our water basin. Okay. Endless thirst. Oh, that's clever. Because we can't actually go in the library, because the library passage led us to playing as Thray. I like that, how they do that. Thray tries to enter the library, Lance opens the door, knocking her to the side. Oh, Thray, I'm sorry. Let me help you up. I was just in such a hurry, I wasn't thinking. Ooh, we can be a jerk in this game. Let's be a jerk. Don't do that again. Some people are just so rude. Oh well, why are you in such a hurry anyway? Found this book Alistair sent me to get. There are just so many books, I never knew it was in there. That's nothing to get excited over. What's going on? Okay. Let's go together, I guess. Wow, can I come with you? I'm getting tired of village life, and this sounds like a fun adventure. I don't know. It'll be dangerous. Are you sure you're up to the challenge? I can handle anything. You know that. Alright. Glad to have you along. Teamwork. Gray, hello, Lance. This dude loves that river. Give this dude the book. You may need her help. You're a resourceful woman, Thray. I wish you the best of luck. Okay. Love to have a book that is not very interesting and is quite long. Oh goodness. Thank goodness. I was afraid I would have to read all of it. ZZT text boxes aren't very good for long novels. What? Never mind. Good joke. You may find provisions for your journey in the storehouse before you leave. Good luck. Wait, where are we going? I have no idea where to begin. Oh, right. I forgot about that part. Collect your horses from the stables and ride north, along the Elbe River to the village of Shine. Deliver the book to them. They will know what to do with it. The journey is long and treacherous, almost impossible in the great darkness. As the darkness lifts, you may find the route more passable. You shall make the journey. Do not fear. Good luck. Okay, yeah, pressing H is doing nothing. I just remembered that. What's the, Okay, it's just a hint file. Ooh, it actually has... That's convenient. It has a solution to a puzzle that I've been warned about being in this game that's rather difficult. So now we won't get stuck, at least. Check out the storehouse. Hello, Thray. Lance. What are you two up to? Oh, we're just trying to save the world, that's all. Alistair told you about the North Star? Yeah. I suppose you'll need some provisions then. Feel free to take what you need. You don't seem very enthusiastic. We all know the legend of the North Star, but Alistair seems to be the only one concerned about it. This star will bring an end to the great darkness in which we have so long lived, and for that I am enthusiastic. I am very curious what this planet's rotation and orbit are like. And why do you not seem enthusiastic? Alistair seems to believe that the North Star is a danger to Rogue 3. I don't see what harm a little light can bring. I just don't like to see you and Thray go off and get yourselves killed on some adventure over nothing. But if you want to go, be my guest. I won't stop you. Maybe we should think this over. Alistair is convinced that we must do something, and will not just sit here idle and see what happens. I'd rather take a risk and die fighting for my world than risk losing the world that means so much to me. I'm going. She is very rapidly convinced. With just an old man being like, hey, world's in danger. Please help. I'm going too. As long as we save Otham. What? Never mind. I'm enjoying this humor. Suit yourselves. What kind of supplies are you looking for? Food and weapons. We never know who or what we may encounter in the great darkness. Here's some nuts, dried meats, and some blocks of cheese. It's incredible. As for weapons, I have a hunting bow and a long sword available. I'll take the bow. I've been practicing my sharpshooting lately, and I'm pretty good. How many arrows can I get? 10 arrows. That's all I can give you. Suppose that leaves me with the lance. Once again, the lance gets the shaft. Alright, Bitman, you're having fun. We get it. Actually, it's not a lance. A longsword has... Let's get out of here while we still can. Babbling on about swords. The writing in this is fun. I am enjoying it. Now we can get our horses. Lance and Thray prepare to leave. Darren beckons them from the river. The two travelers decide to postpone their departure for a short while longer and see what Darren wants. Never mind, no horses. Just this guy. We never brought the bucket back either. Where are you two going? Heard a few words while you were talking in front of the library. We're going to Shine, the village up the river. We're trying to see make sure the North Star rises safely and does not destroy Road 3. You have any idea how you're going to do that? No. Then you'll need to create... Oh my goodness. Please, let me speak today. You'll need a creative mind to help you. I'll come with you. You realize it will be dangerous. I can handle it. I've always wanted to see what lies beyond the great darkness. What beauty lies yonder that I have not yet seen? I'm willing to risk the danger. Alright then. Do you have any food or weapons? Love his bulging satchel full of fruit and dried meats. Looks about and picks up a nearby stick, and I can defend myself with this stick. I like Darren. Sounds good to me. Shall we get going? Alright. Party is assembled. They didn't even attempt to draw a horse. Cute little tune. Alright, now we're getting somewhere with these graphics. We have this cool mountain range and river crossing. My question is, are the characters going to move on this screen? As they sure didn't on the last one. Long travel through rugged mountains. I guess not. This is just like a scrapbook of photos here. Aha. Guess some gameplay. I guess the breakable walls are monsters? They don't seem very threatening. That is interesting that they're using black as the foreground color, so they're just like stealthy. They just take on the background of whatever they're walking over. Alright, let's try and longsword and or stick one of these. Oh, it's underground, okay. That makes sense. It flickered a name for a second when it bit me. Did not get to see that name fast enough. There doesn't seem to be any reason to try and fight these things, though. Oh, here's the Lumadome! Approaching the shining Lumadome, Lance, Thray, and Darren notice that someone has cut away the dense foliage that seems to thrive around the other Lumadomes of the area. To the west, the mountains give way to thick forests, the faint glimmer of numerous Lumadomes shining through the branches. To the north, many more Lumadomes are visible, some very bright where the brush has been cut away, much like the Lumadome before them. Barren wastelands stretch off into the distance to the east. Alright, I guess that explains how this planet's got life going on it. We use the Lumadomes to grow plants and keep an ecosystem going. Someone obviously cleared a path along the river. There must be a village farther upstream. I've never seen such thick foliage. People here must be skilled to keep it under control. Forests sure are pretty. They seem to just swallow up the Lumadomes. The light penetrates just enough that the trees appear to glow. It is quite lovely. Very sighs softly, staring in awe at the woodland beyond. This is a game of many sighs. This river is very good. That's actually a really nice flowing animation. Somebody in the Discord was actually asking for some good water animations the other day, and I will have to link this. If they're not here, that is. Oh, it looks even nicer on this one. This is a pretty game. Yes, here we are at the next Lumadome in this village. The young girl sits by the river, her feet dangling carelessly in the water. She smiles curiously as the trio dismounts. Hello. You don't get many visitors around here. It's a long journey from anywhere. It is. The new light makes the going easier, though. Gestures toward the North Star. In case you didn't notice. The sharp rocks would make it easier as well. We were not afforded that luxury. You had horses. Oh, well, never mind. It's too bad we had to walk the horses so often. He removes his soft leather shoes and plops down upon the grass by the river, dipping his legs into the water next to the girls. Smiling and smiling brightly. Whoever you people are, you've certainly a sense of humor. Whatever brings you to Gaian? You mean this isn't the village shrine? One moment, Lance. We should introduce ourselves first. My name is Thray. These are my friends Lance and Darren. Pleased to meet you, all of you. My name is Julia. Julia smiles at each of them in turn, her glance lingering on Darren, who sits by her side, seemingly preoccupied with the river at the moment. She does not notice his gaze turn to her as she turns back to Lance and Thray. Yes, we are pleased to meet you as well. Tell me, you noticed the new light? Is that a trick question? How can one not notice? What do you know of it, besides that it grows constantly brighter? Only what the legends say, that it shall glow ever more brightly until the light devours us. I think it's just folklore. The light is a welcome change for me. Even here in Guyenne, the brightest place of which I've ever heard tale, the darkness was great. It's become much better since we left Elb even. But I would not discount the legend so quickly. What's to stop the star from growing so large it consumes us? Whatever made it start growing in the first place, I have no idea. I just can't imagine something so wonderful bringing ill. It would be quite a shame, yet life is full of such shames. This wonderful river could flood your village just as easily as it does make the grass soft and green, which would be a shame indeed. Darren, please lighten up a little. Darren gives Julia a quick smile and turns back to the placid waters. We don't mean to make you sad. We can't say any better than you as to what the North Star has in store. That's why we travel to shine. We must find the truth. True, I have heard that people are wise there. The village is a short distance to the north. You must first pass Janelle Cavern. Thou shalt not threaten unless you enter. None has ever returned from the place. Beyond that is the City of the Ancients, a mysterious place of monstrous dwellings. Never been farther north than that, but I hear that Shine lies just beyond the City of the Ancients. There you may find your knowledge, and if it is good news, please bring it back. He offers all those in attendance a weak smile. Only Darren seems yet in good spirits. We shall return in due time, I assure you. And the news shall be good. This is a much more writing-heavy game than I thought. We three are quite devoted. Yes, Darren, don't lighten up so much that you consume the entire planet. Okay, everybody's out of town. And we're leaving. And we can just sleep in her hut now. Thank you, Julia. Never mind, we're not actually tired. Despite just like crossing some mountains with horrible rocky paths. We have a lot of flags, actually. Okay, I guess that's our party and where we're at. And we also actually finally get a split path. And there's something hidden in this tile. Okay, never mind. That was not much of a split. What a curious bush. Okay. Oh no. This is a maze of forest. I don't know why I'm even going through this. Yeah, it's completely arbitrary which tiles are walkable. Great. Did we find a secret? Says there's... Okay. Now I'm like... wondering if I'm supposed to be able to get here? Well, that had to be intentional if it's just this one tile that was blending into the edge of the path. What's the... What is this? I'm very confused by this. I assumed I was gonna, like, have to get to these rocks or something. But it feels like it's just... Why would it be forest? This is very peculiar. Well, that must be the cave that nobody leaves alive. And to the north, we're going to be cut off by the river? Oh. Okay. I think that's a building. I suppose this is the city of the ancients. And by the ancients, I mean people of the 2000s. I'm assuming I'm supposed to go in that cave. And I guess this is supposed to be like plants growing over the buildings, but only on the sides that face the lumen thing? I mean, that's definitely the spooky cave, but I just find it odd that I don't have to go in it. Okay, maybe this will lock us in. Locked door. Wall thickly coated in yellow and brown vines rises up to block the entry to the decaying structure. The hollow echo of the elves' rushing waters reverberates in the entry cavity, the only sound in the eerie ruins. The small door in the center of the wall refuses to open despite all efforts against it. The small lighted panel next to the door bears the words, Error, Core Fire Inoperative, Lockdown in Place, and No Admittance. Beneath the panel, a few discernible words have survived the test of time. Through the caves, okay. South of here. Fire active, solve the test, oh return, I must take the risk. Alright. Only threatening once you're inside cave time it is. Aaron dismounts from his horse and makes a quick inspection of the cavern entrance. Doesn't seem too formidable. It'd be fun to explore. I don't know, we really should. Well, I guess I should have done this in the first place. We really should push on to Shine. Could find something useful in there. Like what? Guano? Let's be serious. Besides, what would we do with the horses? One of us could stay behind. I don't like where this is going. The last thing we need right now is to be separated. I say we keep going. There'll be plenty of time for exploration after our business is done in Shine. Well, alright then. Oh, man. Boy, I hope I don't have to go back here, look at the gate, get the party to now say, oh, okay, let's go into the cave. But I think that's what's gonna happen. Can we leave the horses in town? I need somebody to hold my horses. Okay, we're just going up to this girl who warned us about the cave that kills everybody. Don't understand. That cavern is a death trap. What could possibly compel anyone to go in there? Ooh, this is... Exploring caves is fun. I don't think I've ever seen another ZZT game do multi-character dialogue prompts like this. Exploring caves is fun. Very well. Why did you bother to tell me then? It have spared me some extra worry. Well, we couldn't just leave the horses outside the cavern. We hope that you would be able to take care of them for us, if you don't want to. No, that's fine. I'll take care of your horses when you're dead. I'll help you guys any way I can, but I doubt you'll ever come back to claim them. Consider them a gift then. No, don't cry. It was a joke. We'll come back, just you watch. Darren is not good at talking to people. Darren glances to his friends for support, but neither seems to be able to help. Give me your horses and I'll take them to the stables. Go on before I change my mind. That's incredible. Okay, now that we've solved the puzzle of finding a place to drop off our horses, I'm still just so curious what is going on with this board. Yeah, why would it connect to the south? This has to be deliberate. I wonder if something later in the game will make us have to take that route. Alright. Now we can go into the cave. Oh, hello, it's Bitman. Wait, I sense great randomness in the cosmos at this very moment. Before you enter this cavern, I must warn you that. Don't worry, I already saved if that's what you're worried about. What are you talking about, Lance? Never mind. Well, in that case, proceed. Just be sure not to overwrite that saved game. Okay, if you insist. Ugh. And it's dark. Good ominous music. Okay. We immediately set off a trap, and now Lance is either separated from us or dead. And now it's in the dark. Perhaps there's another way out or a switch somewhere in the depths of Janelle Cavern. A mysterious blue shimmer in a deep crevice penetrates the potent darkness. 1 torch. Faint blue sheen, which is the only light visible, comes from a small rod which casts not even enough light to make visible the hand that lifts it from the dust. Ray hands the rod to Darren. What do you make of it? The darndest thing I've ever seen. Bright light suddenly floods the cavern, filling even some... I don't know what happened there. I guess that's supposed to be of. In some of the deepest crevices. What'd you do? I don't know. I just ran my fingers across these grooves here. Press T for torch. Ooh, okay. Now we're fighting. Slytherins. I guess this game is post Harry Potter. Arrows. The air becomes stale and hard to breathe in the depths of Janelle Cavern. Okay, that 1 torch was actually over 100 torches. We're good on torches. Crawled across the wall in what must have been great haste, a mysterious message shines a fierce bright blue in the strange rod's glow. Where is Rogue 3? Spooky. Wow, that spider beat us up. The harmless worms wriggle in agony. Wow. Okay. I'm getting some mixed messages over whether I'm supposed to be shooting these breakables. They do not have a lot of ammo. That had a different name when it was attacking. It was like Scomper or something. This is a big loop? Okay. I like the addition of a friendly enemy that we can still beat up if we must. I'm liking this theme. We gotta find the core, beat up some Slytherins. I should probably start shooting these things, actually. There's some beast as useless well as a scratching post or a message was once written here. Okay. Don't need to play it on every board. So I'm guessing this was like made with Kevet's gradient tool or something, and just I don't get it because those are just some arrows that you can't get. I don't get what the deal is with them. Locked out. Can't get back in. Have to risk the test again. So it's trying to build something up here. Don't know what that is. There's a test and a core. Yeah. The Scomper. Like that it also randomly picks who attacks there. So we do get to beat things up with a stick. Also horribly injured at this point. Don't know what I'm supposed to find in here. Well, somebody who did not pass the test. A long since decayed skeleton lies passively upon the hard stone, which is saturated with faded stains of blood. The dark red trail continues onward into farther depths of Janelle Cavern. This is bad. That doesn't even begin to sum things up. Look, I don't like this any more than you do, but we have to find a way out of this cavern. But look where the trail of blood comes from. Onward. Okay. Found the light. Barry and Darren enter a huge chamber filled with an intense white light. No other place in the caverns had been so open. Hello? Anyone in here? Voice carries far in the hollow room. Do you think that's a good idea? I mean, there could be something dangerous. Like what? Whatever killed that man. Oh, yes. Well, you're probably right. Maybe we should... What? Should take a look at those lights up ahead. Okay, this looks terrifying. What is this puzzle? A loud shriek awakens Lance and Thray as they move, captivated towards the streams of light. My goodness, what a terrifying creature. Living metal. My goodness, it is ensnared in that cage, or we would not yet be alive, I think. The cages are meant to be opened, and this creature seems to be a guardian of some sort. I think we had best be careful not to release it. Okay. Doors. Okay, so doors and some sliders that we can't do anything with. Some transporters that all point the wrong way. And some conveniently lit fake walls. I see. Oh dear. So this must be the puzzle I heard about. Is this the core? Northwest core, yep. Okay. So if you stand on these things, they move. As soon as you walk off, they'll stop. So this is a remote slider puzzle then. That's gonna be fun. Okay. So I want to get... If I step on purple, I'll push the key out, the yellow key, brown key. I will also block that bottom row. So that's not how you start. If I start with green... No. Start with try and get the blue key. This is actually pretty neat. Whoop. I didn't want to step back on blue. Did that do anything? I don't think it did. Yeah. I think I already broke it. Oh, man. Oh. What? The death machine inflicts great pain. The death machine always wins. The death machine always wins. Game over. I guess the cage opens. Did I take too long? Was there a timer? I got death machines. Okay, my gems and score are changing. Oh, okay. So there's some... Those exclamation points are levers. Okay. Just complicate things even more. Yeah. I'm just looking at that blue key, which can only be moved south like once. It goes through the transporter, and then it's not lined up with anything with the green, but the green will just push it against the wall, and that won't be helpful. Need to somehow get that to the bottom so that the cyan one can push it. That was not helpful. There is a solution for this in that help file, but I do want to spend at least a few minutes on this. I can get a boulder, but that's not going to do me any good. I'm just mostly confused about that blue key, because I don't see anything else that would knock it somewhere else, other than left against the wall, and it would be stuck there. Okay, never mind. I think I have to... I can get one boulder over there. This one is a peculiar one. I just want to see. I'm assuming it is indeed a lever, but I also don't get why my points and gems are going up in here. But yeah, that doesn't seem to free it. Alright, well. I'm just looking at the solution. Favorite solution is 2 blue, 4 green, 2 blue, 3 purple. This would take a while. 1 green, 1 blue. Oh, okay. That explains the blue key. 1 green, 1 purple. Hindsight. Oh, I gotta open this door, I suppose. What did that do? It's supposed to go inside there, probably. Oh dear. Okay. That didn't help. I mean, it helped immensely. But not in the way... Not enough. 2, 4, 2. Blue, green, purple. I'm honestly even more confused with this solution. No. Gather 3 keys. Gather 3 keys, put them on their pedestals. Okay, I just walked away badly last time. That's a very intricate puzzle that I am extremely thankful that Bitman put in a solution to. Core fire it is. A ghostly voice echoes in the huge chamber. Or fire restarted. The lockdown is no longer in effect. All personnel may return to their posts. Have a nice day. Droll hum pulses through the huge chamber as a dark red fluid begins to pump through the huge pillar in the center of the vast room. Entryway slides open at the north end of the room, accessible elsewhere in the maze of Janelle. Time passes equally for those on the surface and those underground. The score has stopped counting. The first task is done. But for what task did the gems count? Oh, it's coming to life. That's neat. And I guess now I can safely leave? Do wish I didn't have to backtrack like this, though. I also don't even remember which of these is the starting room. Nothing... Yeah, this was the starting room. This is the big loop. In here? I wish they put, like, a marker of some sort. That did nothing. Didn't specifically say. Has something opened up? Oh boy. Oh no. Never mind, I don't want to crank up the speed because that just makes the gem counter constantly go up. Okay, I guess I just never went on this board. Aha! So now we're actually in proper. And hopefully don't have any more puzzles. Large diamond-shaped pedestal dominates this corner of the chamber with its brilliant glow. On the smooth surface of the miniature dais, a set of symbols glow softly. Unfortunately, only Lance can read well enough to interpret such things, and he is not here. I really hope that none of this rubbish is actually important. This looks fancy. Meanwhile, outside the cavern entrance... Ah, we can just leave. This jumps back as the gray slab seals the cavern entrance. Thray, Darren, can you hear me? Thray. After a time, it becomes apparent that there is now no way to enter the cavern, yet the journey must continue. Full task complete, gems and score together count down. Which will you heed? How will you waste the time? And presumably I have to, like, go to the village or something. This would work better if I knew what my actual options were. I'm assuming I can... Oh, okay. Well, there's Julia. Hello, Lance. Where are your friends? They're in the cavern, trapped. I hope Darren can take care of Thread until I can find a way in there. More likely she'll be taking care of him, though. Yep, she told us. I told you three to avoid that cavern, and now you know why. I don't expect you'll have any luck finding them, but I'll help in any way I can. There may be something helpful in the City of the Ancients, but I make no promises. Would you like me to come with you? That's okay, you shouldn't bother. Let's bring her along. We could be searching for quite a while, so if you want to rest, I have some extra cots in my hut in the northwest corner of the village. So we're on a timer of sorts, but we can take a nap. Okay. That just took up a big chunk of time. And we get another very long walk. Okay, so Julie can open this door. Oh, no. That's a bad board. Okay, so it is indeed a room full of garbage. Do I really have to wait out the timer now? Rapid bang on the door says machinery somewhere deep within to work. Rusty pieces grind together for the first time in ages. Fierce shrieks penetrating the musty air. And all that to open the door. Oh, it's a dude. Meanwhile, emerging from the core. I did, and that took up a chunk of time, but I thought I was supposed to, like... I figured it was, like, important to beat the timer. I didn't realize I actually had to just wait it out. That's so weird. Why would you bother with that? Like, the longer you take, assuming you can, like, spam rests for more health, the longer you take, then the better the reward. Which is very backwards. Are we somebody else now, I guess? Time passes in the mountains. What's going on? Isn't this like an old cutscene? Yes, I am now going backwards through the game. Okay, So don't go in there. Who am I playing as right now? It's a good river. I don't know. Oh, this is the rest of us who left the mountain. Okay, never mind. This is a very strange narrative technique, I guess, in making darn sure that all the time is consistent with each character. Did this just loop? That's odd. Why does the board loop? More cool river. Gang's all here. What are we doing, though? Hello, my name is Q. Oh, you want to know what this pedestal is? It's an ancient terminal. There's great power in its venerable menus. Power to control the sunrise. Power to move the world. Then you started the sunrise? Why would you put our own world at such a risk? No, the sunrise is a consequence of something long ago, even before the distortion. We do not have the power to control the mighty terminal. Our ancestors have taught us to observe by the terminal. But we lack the tremendous influence of the root password. This is adorable. I don't understand. You say this terminal can move the world? The world moves already. The new sun does not approach us. We draw near the sun. Rogue 3 is a moving planet. Ever since the first sun was lost, our world has been traveling to a new sun. This sun. Even the Great Distortion could not change that, though it nearly erased the memory. No, it's all making sense. They're flying the planet around, and that's why it got dark. Oh. Probably. I don't know. That's the secret to ZZT. You just assume that nobody's played the game you're ripping off, and then everybody will be like, wow, this is so thought-provoking. So, I guess that's it, then. You sound just like the old man. Next you'll tell us about the coming apocalypse. Ha ha ha. I'm afraid so. The saboteurs who began the Great Distortion were able to disable the gravitational thrusters before this world was ruined. The mainframe tries to control our approach, but there is no hope without the thrusters. What did he just say? I think he means that Rogue 3 is going to crash into the sun. Actually, we used to believe that. But now it seems that Rogue 3 is going to pass by the sun entirely. Eventually the Great Darkness will return. You mean, we went to all this trouble for nothing? No apocalypse? Well, nothing so sudden, for Rogue 3 is dying. It has been ever since we departed the dying holy light of Sol. A planet with no sun must feed off itself for energy. The lumidomes which supply life to Rogue 3 draw enormous amounts of power from the heat stored deep within the planet. We do not know how much longer this can go on. It will be a slow and painful death for this world when the lumidomes go out. That's no good. What can we do, Q? I'm afraid there's nothing we can do without the root password. Wait a second. God help me if this ends with just a joke where the password is password or admin or something. Oh, well, here we go. Mount the gate. Lance digs through his pockets. He pulls out the book from Elb Library, well worn from their travels. Lance opens to the cover page and hands the book to Q. What's this? Oh, there's a password written in here by hand. You think this might be... He turns to the terminal and it flares to life. He places his shaking hands on the pedestal and wiggles his fingers around. Great Scott, it is the root password. Where did you get this? It was in our village library. Alistair. My grandfather told me to bring it here. Alistair. So he pulled through after all. We all thought he had died when he never returned. He left here as a young man. It was so dark then. It's no wonder he never made it back himself. But enough reminiscing. Brace yourselves. I have no idea what it will feel like when I turn on the gravitational thrusters, and nothing like this has happened in ages. Oh, maybe this game doesn't have a sequel. A planned sequel. I'm shocked. It's working, it's working. Rogue 3 is slowing down. Can you feel it? Do feel a bit heavier all of a sudden. Yeah, me too. It's weird. You'll get used to it, I hope. It's not much of a change, but it will last for a very long time. You won't achieve orbit until you youngsters are grandparents. Orbit. I can't believe it. Come on, there's nothing left to do in here. I guess not. I mean, they don't seem to have much in the way of technology that survived. There's... I don't know. This planet seems to be having some troubles in general. None of them ever tried just, like, anything, I guess. Who are you? I mean, you're Raylan, but, like... I'm Raylan. Welcome to the Village Shine. Sorry we could not give you a warm welcome, but these are troubling times. Ever since sunrise, the warriors from Rye have been raiding our crops. But you do not come from Rye, I can tell by your dress. Of course, Rye is the least of our worries. I mean, I guess I was supposed to talk to you first. But you feel a bit out of place. I guess this is gonna be it then. Thanks for playing Rogue 3. I did get all 4 characters in my party. What's that all about? I don't know. I can't imagine there's anything there, like it's a save. There's some very hacky ways to make some very limited data persist like that. But that's like a new thing. I cannot imagine in 2002 a game quietly implementing something like that and not making a big deal about it. But I guess that's it. That was Rogue 3. The planet is safe. We've got the root password to our shell account. Those years of studying Vim paid off. From what little I looked at Bitman's website on archive.org when I was trying to see if there was some kind of program-linked pre-kev edit for doing ZZT OOP editing, he's definitely a Linux nerd. I think that probably comes through in the end of this game, just in general, though. But that's going to be it for this stream today. We'll be back again on Friday with more Tyro Bane, and we'll be back again next Sunday with something else. I am, before I forget, going to post a poll on the Twitter, specifically asking if I should start these Sunday streams a little earlier in the day. I feel like 2/5 for the Americans and such isn't actually an ideal time. It's kind of like right in the middle of the day. I was thinking of starting them like 2 hours earlier, so noon Pacific and 3 Eastern. I don't know if that would be better or worse or what, but I feel like Sunday streams are at somewhat slightly awkward times. So when that poll gets posted, please provide some feedback. I would very much appreciate that. Other than that, I think that's about it for today. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. Later.